Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive. Plays the song that's so elusive, and the magic music makes your morning mood. So begins the opening bars of the opening track to Rush's 1980 album, Permanent Waves. The song, The Spirit of Radio. That was Peter's spirit. Radio, yes, but also the friendly voice, a companion. The magic of knowing how to elevate someone's mood with a song, a story, a sound. I've known Peter 13 years. On my very first Sunday at St. Clement's outside on the terrace, I met him. I'm sure Margie was there too. I remember meeting Kaylee and Corey for sure, then childless, whereas I had a 2-year-old who started high school this year. Time marches on. In the past few weeks since Peter's death, I've pondered our deep connection on at least 2 fronts. 1, our name, and 2, Ohio. Peter is my middle name, named after one of Jesus' disciples. Hilarious to me since my family didn't go to church and never had me baptized. The name Peter's first means rock, which he was. He at least came by the name honestly, a PK, preacher's kid, the son of a Presbyterian minister. As for my second connection with Peter, Ohio, well, that one means a whole lot of things. Peter spent his childhood in Cleveland. I was born in Cincinnati, but moved away when I was 1 year old. Growing up, we went back regularly to visit grandparents and cousins. My dad was one of 7 kids from a working-class family in Cincinnati, and most everybody still lives there in the vicinity. I grew up watching reruns of a sitcom called WKRP in Cincinnati. The show ran from 1978 to 82 and followed a fictional AM radio station through its hijinks and struggles in that Ohio town. Could have been Peter's story. First concert I ever saw was Rush. I was in high school and they were playing Star Lake Amphitheater outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The trunk of our car caught fire leaving the concert that night. A stray cigarette smoldering in the trunk, but that's a story for a different day. That experience did nothing to diminish the concert, which was incredible, and little did I know that Rush hailed from the country I would later call home. Peter and I have a third thing in common. We left our homeland and found ourselves in Toronto. A lark, perhaps, or a stray thought or an inchoate dream landed us here, probably just for a few years. Except you meet an incredible woman, you get married, you have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and you make Toronto and Canada home. That was Peter's story. Mine too. Off on your way, hit the open road. There's magic at your fingers. For the spirit ever lingers, undemanding contact in your happy solitude. It is no joke to take to the open road. To leave your home, to find, no, make a new home someplace else. It's hard work. There's a lot at stake. Sometimes the music, the spirit of radio, is the only thing that keeps you going. One day you wake up to realize that this new place with this person has become home now. And when you realize that, then you hold on for dear life. One day Jesus was with his disciples, but it wasn't just any day, it was his last day. He knew it, but they didn't, and he was doing his best to impart some wisdom and to let them know that they were going to be okay. It wasn't going that great. You see, to a person, those disciples had left their families and their homes to follow him, and just when it was starting to feel like being with him was home, now he was talking about leaving. WTF. I'm going ahead to prepare a place for you, Jesus says, and his disciples are like, yeah, that's nice, but what about right now? Jesus continues, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and take you to be with me, and you know the way to where I'm going. To which the disciples respond, hold on a minute. We do not know where you are going. How can we know the way? And that's when Jesus drops the bombshell. I am the way. How can someone be the way when they are literally going away? How can they be the road when we can't see any path whatsoever? This week I came across the following quote: "The obstacle is the way." The message of Christianity is that the obstacle is the way. The thing we think is the end of the road, a dead end, is itself the beginning of a life that we can scarcely imagine. On the cross, Jesus took onto himself all that you and I think are the end of the road: death, pain, grief, abandonment, loneliness, rage, and fear. And on the third day, he rose above even that. For his road didn't end at the cross. That obstacle was itself the way through to a home where all that pain and death was going to be in the rearview mirror forever. For Jesus was journeying on to the place beyond death, so we could know in our bones that someone is waiting for us on the other side. But you and I can't get there by going over, under, or around, but only through. Invisible airwaves crackle with life. Bright antennae bristle with the energy. Emotional feedback on a timeless wavelength, bearing a gift beyond price, almost free. Rush knew that a story and a song could carry with it way more than the music. Peter knew how to listen for that signal through the noise. Everyone who's spoken about Peter has spoken of his grace, his kindness, the crackling of his life with an energy and an emotional presence. You might say he was tuned into a timeless wavelength. In a note to Margie, a former colleague of Peter's, wrote, "But that was who he was. Someone sent here to what I call Earth School to demonstrate to the other students what it means to truly love and share God's grace. Margie, you can rest assured that we believe Peter isn't gone, but is just operating on a different frequency." If you know how to listen for it, there is a different frequency. Broadcasting as surely as a radio station in Cincinnati or Toronto. A frequency that sings to us in the midst of our pain that there is yet a God of grace, a God whose gift to us is beyond price, almost free. Some call it the Spirit of God. Some, the Spirit of radio. You cannot see it, yet it's always there if you know how to listen for it. Peter did, and I thank God for that.